Hi there. Are you an employer hoping to bring back your employees very soon? Also hoping to bring back independent contractors who've been working with you for a long time? If so, I'm going to give you a few tips as to what you should be looking at in the near term. I'm Katherine Taylor, the lawyer for business owners. So as we get to the point, fortunately, where people are able to come back to work into the workplace, you're going to have a lot of employers wondering what they need to do. The first thing that employers must make sure that they do is to ensure that their workplace is safe and healthy. Now, to do that, every employer is going to have a different situation. In a prior video, I mentioned that, depending on what you're in what industry you're in, you should look at industry guidelines, certainly look at the federal CDC guidelines, any state or local guidelines relating to health protections that any particular industry should put into place. So that's the first thing. Make sure that your workplace is as safe as it can be given the material and the information that you have. Next, you have to make sure also as an employer that you're complying with all the other laws that you always have to comply with. So this doesn't give you the opportunity to disregard OSHA regulations or all of the non-discrimination provisions that are put into place to protect people from discrimination in employment. It doesn't give you the authority to violate the Americans with Disability Act, the Family Medical and Leave Act. It goes on and on and on. So basically it becomes much more complicated because you're overlapping with a set of laws and regulations that have been in place for a lot of years. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is communicate with your employees. This is crucial. If your employees know that you're doing everything to protect them, everything that you can reasonably, and that you care about them, and that you continue to communicate them and ask them for their input, it's going to be much more likely that an employee who does experience some sort of negative health situation arising out of this pandemic doesn't come back to you and point the finger or try to place blame. And that gets me to the very next question, which is really a very uncharted territory legally and health-wise, and that is whether employers should ask employees to sign waivers of liability for any coronavirus-related health problem that may occur in the workplace. So my first comment to that is, if you're bringing a current employee back, at a minimum, that waiver may well not be enforceable. If you're hiring a new employee, there may be some enforceability, but we're operating in very uncharted legal territory, and it's best to make sure that you take all of the steps that you need to take to make the employer and employee feel safe and comfortable with each other. A waiver could be or could not be enforceable, and you're going to have to really rely on your instinct as to whether you want to even require new employees to sign waivers. If you have any question about that, as I said, it's very uncharted legal territory. Please feel free to give me a call or email me. My contact information is at www.taylorlegal.com. And I'm Katherine Taylor, the lawyer for business owners. Thanks very much.